Hey guys, and welcome. Today I want to talk to you about a way to build a dashboard like you can see now on your screen. And actually, the goal here is to analyze your sales through several factors like categories or the year of the sales or the city. It's kind of a data analysis initiations. So you can, like, for example, choose your city and you can see your charts are being updated automatically. And the goal here is to start from the ground, see the database, and build the whole tool together. So let's get into it. The database I have here is in 5 columns. So the first one is I have one row for one sale. So if I go down, I have more than 5,000 rows, which is very hard to analyze like this. So I have my product, my category affected to my product, in which city the sale was done, and what's the amount and in which year. So what I'm gonna do first is I'm gonna transform my numbers so they can be more readable in my charts later. So first of all, I'm gonna go into number here, and I'm gonna ask for more number formats and ask for no decimals because it's gonna be way easier to read. We're gonna be talking about hundreds or thousands of pounds, so there is no way getting into the decimals here. So I'm just gonna get this format. Now that I've done this, I'm gonna transform my data into a table. So I'm gonna go into Insert. You click anywhere into your table and it's gonna do it by itself. You choose Table right here, and you can see it's taking from A1 to E5000, so to the end of my table. My table has headers, that's right, and I have my basic table for the rest of the work. Now I showed you the complete dashboard finished first, but we're gonna have to make our charts one after the other and then put them all together. So first of all, I'm gonna go into Insert once I've clicked into my table and asked for a pivot chart right here and make a new worksheet. So here, once you have this new worksheet, you have here the fields you can use for your pivot chart. I'm going to choose the city for the first one and the amounts. And you can see I have a table which looks like this. The table I showed you earlier was another design. We're going to choose this design here. So I'm going to change the chart type and choose a 2D bar, but like this. And right here, I'm going to click on the numbers and ask for a sorting from smallest to largest, which is way more easy to read. Then you could see before I had labels directly on my chart so I can read the numbers. So I'm gonna right click on this and add data labels. And as you can see, I have my data labels which appear. We can see that it's not very readable. So to change your number format, you just go there and go to value field settings, number, and I'm going to ask him to use the 1000 separator, and we're going to see it's way more easy to read now. You can actually get rid of lots of things in these charts. I'm going to come back after on the get rid of the things. First of all, I'm going to choose my design like this, pretty cool, and remove the total. Remove this, I don't need it. I don't need this because my numbers are straight on my chart. And I'm gonna name my chart so it's very easy to read in my dashboard. So I'm gonna say sales by city in pounds. And I have my first chart, which is made already. And now I can go back to my second chart. So going back to the database, I'm gonna press Insert. Same principle, I'm gonna make my chart by year. So let's choose year here. And you can see when I choose year by default, it's going into values because years are numbers. So Excel is thinking that he must add them or subtract them or anything like make calculations with it. This is a big mistake. So you just want to take the sum of year you have there and put them into axis so you have your 3 years. And then I'm going to choose the amount, and it's going to be exactly the same principle. I'm going to change it into a line. So let's take this one, choose my design. This one's pretty cool. I can change my colors, so I'm gonna put it in red. And I'm gonna also ask him uh, to put my data labels on my chart directly. Delete total, delete this, delete the lines. I don't need those. So I just have something very minimalist. And I'm gonna also make exactly the same number format thing as for the 1000 separator. And here we go. And I have here my sales by year, also in pounds. And now for the third chart, uh, back to the database, sorry, and I'm gonna insert my last chart, which is gonna be about categories. So let's choose categories, amounts. I have something which looks like this. This is actually pretty good. Um, it's actually pretty good to see, like to compare your different categories. You can also use a pie chart like here, but the pie chart is more to compare how much laptops you've been selling compared to the total. With this kind of charts, the column one, you can directly compare the categories with each other. So it really depends on what you're looking for, actually. What I'm gonna do here is also maybe pick some design things. So what kind of design can I take? This one's pretty good. It's pretty good. I'm gonna just, oh, that was a mistake. I wanted to delete only this and delete my lines, change my colors. So here we go. Let's put some orange. Change also my value fields as earlier as a thousandth separator with a thousand separator, sorry. Deleting the total, sorting them, so sort from largest to smallest. And oh yeah, something I want to do is put some percentage. This is what I've been doing before. I don't want the amount on this one, I want my percentage. So what I'm going to do is go into my value field settings and ask for show data as. And here I'm going to ask, you have many options here. I'm just going to ask for the percentage of grand total. And when you do that, you have the percentage of laptops you've been selling compared to the rest. And I just have to put my title, which is going to be percentage by category. And you directly here have your chart. And now that I think about it, I think I might have made uh, a small mistake there. I put percentage of sales by category in pounds, which is a mistake. It's a percentage, of course. So anyway, coming back to UK take sales. So now that I have my three charts, I'm gonna bring them all together into my dashboard. Why did I do that? Because as you could see, every time I'm making a pie chart, it's gonna generate a table next to it. So if you try to do your dashboard straight from the ground, putting all together in the same place, you're gonna have a mess with all your tables. So just make a new sheet, which you're gonna call dashboard. So I'm just gonna uh, gain some time here. I went until column M, that's what I needed. So I'm gonna take the first three lines and we're gonna have some cosmetic here, cosmetic work, like to make it easy to interpret. So let's put dashboard, dashboard, my company. We can make it bigger, bold. You can also select all your sheets clicking there and ask for a gray background, which makes it very readable. And we're going to put some borders, so thick box border, and here the same. And now we're going to just go into our other sheets and take every chart we have to bring them back into your dashboard. When you press Command C, Command V, or Control C, Control V, you have your charts which are still connected to your sheets. So I'm taking this, and the last one I want to take is this one. Here we go. So now I have my sales by city, by category, by year. So I think I put the categories right here. This by year must be here, and by city must be here. I'm gonna just uh, put some borders to make it more easy to read again. So I'm gonna take this one. It's not exactly the same, I think, from the one I made before, but that's okay. I mean, you get the point. The thing is, you can make it very personal. So, and you can just adjust your different charts into your borders. You can see it's very, very easy to read. Actually, I think this one is a little bit better than the other one. So I'm gonna have my sales here. And we're gonna go into the last option you could see before on my first dashboard, which are the small buttons you have. So you can choose which category you want to analyze, which year, etc. So to do this, you click into any chart, like sales by year, and then in pivot chart analysis, you can insert a slicer. So here, I'm going to insert a slicer, and I'm going to choose category, city, and year. When I do that, I have the slicers that appear. So I'm going to put my categories right here. Maybe I can ask for 2 columns. So it's in the slicer, you have some options. So I can ask for 2 columns here. And then make it a little bit bigger. And then the city you want to analyze and the year you want to analyze too. And you can put some, make your slicers more nice to see. They're not so designed right now. So what I like to do is you have category, and I'm gonna put an orange for category. So it's kind of related to the charts of category. For the city, I'm gonna ask for a blue, and for the year, I'm gonna ask for a red one. Oh, that wasn't the right one. For the year, the red one. Here we go. Now, when I click on my slices, like Bristol or the year, you can see only my sales by year are being updated. So, and it's not very logical that the year from my chart of the year is being updated by itself because it's already like showing you the year. So it's not so logical. It's like category shouldn't slice the percentage by category. Okay, so because it's going to be 100% anyway. So what we're going to do is go into the slices rules. So here, if I go into the year, I have slices, and you have something called report connections. I'm going to click on this, and you can see I have my pivot table 11, 10, 11, 12, which are the ones I've made before. And I don't want this connected to the year, which is the one I made. So I'm just going to choose the 2 others. And here, when you click on this, you can see my 2 other charts are being updated, and my sales by year is not moving. I'm just going to do the same now for city. So I'm going to go into report connection. So for city, the city was the first one I've made. So I want the year to be updated, but not the city. So this is pretty logical. And for the last one, report connection, it's actually a good thing to name your pivot table to avoid thinking which one is it in, because if you have like tens of them, you can't find yourself, like you're gonna be lost. So it's okay because I just have 3 of them, but it's a good practice actually to name them properly. And you can choose for this last one the year and the city. So if you are interested in laptops, you can see how much laptops have been sold in every city and what are the sales by year for the laptops. Same thing for printers, etc., etc. So just as a conclusion, what I wanted to show you is I've been building an Excel book a few months ago about how you can build the tools you really need. You have everything I've showed you in this book. So the link is going to be straight in the description. Thank you guys for following, and you can propose me any subject you want around Excel so I can make a video about it and share some knowledge with you. See you in next video. Bye bye.